You ready, Shirley?
Ready to go?
Okay. Good morning. I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Wabash County Board of Commissioners for Monday, December 15th. Welcome to the last meeting of 2025. First item on the agenda is review of the minutes from December 1st. Any additions or corrections to those minutes?
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same, motion passed. And the new business animal control service agreement. We have an agreement that Mark has drawn up. In order for us to sign it, you'll have to sign it first, because they changed all that the 1st of July, that those all have to be signed. Everything we do has to be signed contracts before we can disperse money. So I guess I'd ask from the other commissioners thoughts or questions.
I would like to make a motion that we make the amount today at 15,000. Not so much that we have so many concerns, but because we have a lot of financial stuff coming at us, and the council has approved 25,000 next year. I believe that state sessions should end in February, so hopefully by March we have an idea and we can come back and revisit it at that time. I have been told that what's going on out there now is much improved, and we appreciate that. And we also have the in-kind donation of the use of our ground. So that's kind of where I would like to start.
Questions, thoughts? Thoughts from the public? Yes. Dave?
Dave Turflair, County Council. Just to clarify, this is the Animal Control Services Agreement. Are we talking about what the council approved for in the 2025 budget hearings for 26? Or are we talking about the county's EDIT distribution for this year?
I think this would be the EE
For this year.
for 25.
Okay, with that said, on the contract for next year, I reviewed it, and from a council standpoint, I would like to see the date changed from October 1st until August 1st. Our hearings are in August, and I'm pretty sure I speak for most of the council. We would like to have that have their financial report before we go into our budget hearings, instead of after we've already done the budget and had our budget hearing, and then we're gonna get that report. So I'd kind of like to see Mr. France change that date to August 1st, so that we have the information beforehand. And the other thing that I would ask is that in talking to constituents, put these on reimbursable. In other words, they pay for it and then they send the bill to the county. There's several reasons for that. Part of it's what Jeff talked about. But that when the State Board of Accounts shows up and says, hey, it's time to do an audit. If we have given the funds under a reimbursable basis, everything's in the file. The council approved this, the commissioners approved this amount, and then going down, if they say, hey, what'd you give the animal shelter? You can hand them the file and say, here you go. This is everything that they spent, which stops us from spending taxpayer money for audits, things like that. I'm not gonna go down the road. There's been way too much debate on social media over this, so I'm not even gonna go down that. But from a taxpayer standpoint, making it reimbursable stops taxpayer money from being steered into projects that weren't approved by, I'm guessing, correct me if I'm wrong, this is for general operations of the dog kennel and the service that they're providing. So a lot of the constituents were concerned that there's been instances in the past where county taxpayer monies were invested and not reinvested into what it was originally appropriated for.
The August first, you're talking about was for their
Their report.
business report.
Yeah, and typically you do that at the end of the fiscal year, which is in October, but because our budget hearings are in August, I'm asking to have that date moved up and provide that information to the council before we go into our budget hearings for any additional appropriations for in 26 for 27. Any questions?
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, do we have to,
I have one
do we have to
question.
amend?
I,
When do you guys do your budget for the following year?
Well, I haven't even been able to do a budget since I've been there. It's been a year and a half because we didn't know what kind of money we were gonna get from the county and I can't put in blind amounts. You know, and say we're gonna operate on this when we don't know if we're getting it.
Because that's the request. Submit shelter's annual budget for the following year to the county prior to October 1st.
I mean, I can do it by August, that's fine,
Okay.
but I just have to know.
Do we need to amend? My question was, I guess, do we need to amend that agreement?
No, we haven't sent it to her, so we can change it
Change it? Okay.
before we send it to her.
Other questions or thoughts from the public?
Yeah,
Yes,
so, so as far as what Dave was talking about, the reimbursable thing, we're just not willing to do that. I mean, you guys haven't paid us anything for 4 years and we've been doing the service. You know, and I don't understand what we need to do to prove to you that we're doing the job. I think we're doing an excellent job right now. And I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know any other nonprofit that you're doing, you know, bag of dog food by bag of dog food, you know? I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I have a question on that, so. How would that even work? I mean, would they be submitting to you every month or because,
The way the contract's written, they're pretty much saying that they're subject to audit right now anyway, so we
Right.
can go in and see
Yeah,
what they're
And that's-
spending, what we give them on.
I mean, I'm more than willing to give you a monthly report of what we spend money on. I mean, you can
That's
see,
fine.
yeah, you can
That's what I
see
was
what we spend the money on. I mean, it's not, we have more donations from private citizens than we do from the county.
I would think that that would be very hard for Shelley to have
Right, exactly.
to do that, so I'm. And I believe that the State Board of Accounts is now making us, or having them give us a much more thorough, I guess I should say, account of where that money is going, so I don't think that's necessary, to
Yeah.
have to.
Cause they'll give us the reports on what they're spending the money. on.
Right, I'll send it to you monthly if you want. I don't care.
Quarterly.
It's all right there.
I think
Actually, the agreement says that there'll be a monthly report.
it's in-
Okay,
so I think that covered
yeah,
that. Other questions or thoughts?
But can I just say one more thing?
Yes,
So you guys are gonna help us with this money for next year, because, as you can tell from the last council meeting. They're not in favor of giving us anything, so. We're gonna be depending on you guys to either take it out of EDIT funds or whatever.
and that's why I said, let's see what it looks like. After we get through the state session, so that we have a better balance on what's coming at us, because it has been a big challenge to have all that thrown at us this last year. And there's a lot of unknowns as far as
Right,
where financials are for the county. The one other concern that I've heard a lot of constituents talk about is that the county money needs to be used specifically on the needs of the animal shelter, but not, because you're doing a lot of fundraising for the new building that you'll be getting with the grounded.
right,
That has
that's
been
totally,
purchased.
that would be a totally
Totally.
separate thing.
And it will not be, or the county funds will not be used on
Not at all.
that building
And
project.
we just need county funds to run the animal shelter.
Right,
Just to support it right now, you know, those funds that I raise, I haven't even started yet. But when I raise those funds, that'll be a totally separate thing. You know, that will be way out of, I won't even touch what's going on right now.
I'd like to respond to that. The current county council had nothing to do with the funding being cut for the last 4 years. I don't think that there's anybody on the council opposed to funding the dog shelter. I think the reason, personally, the reason I didn't wanna support it, is here we are 3 weeks from the end of the year, when no money, the audit wasn't provided in a timely manner. And here we are 3 weeks from the end of the year, at our last meeting, asking for an additional appropriation when no money was put in. So going forward, I'd just like to clarify, every additional appropriation is considered on its merits. And that was, to me, that was the reason I wasn't willing to doing it. And it was pointed out that you guys still have 100,000 in your heated fund, so, we probably need to support. I mean, we gotta have animal control. We put animal control in for 26. So I just want to clarify that point.
Now, I'd just like to clarify that nobody at the shelter was there when all those funds were removed also. We didn't have anything to do with that. We don't even know exactly what went on back then. So it's far removed from us.
Other questions or comments? I've got a motion, you second? Good,
I have to abstain.
that's
Right,
right,
so you have
okay,
to second that or.
and the motion was for 15,000. I'll second that motion. But all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Abstentions,
Aye.
motion passed 2-0 with 1 abstention. Next item is Wabash County, Greater Wabash County contract.
I'll make the motion, we accept the Wabash contract for 85,000 for 2026.
Just for this year.
I hate to cut it,
I do too.
we've cut down to 85 for this year and then take a look at when we do budgets for 26 or 27, excuse me. That we take a look at that time, that we're already one of the lowest funded
We are the lowest.
in Northeast Indiana, so. And I think they do a lot of things that we don't see kind of up front, it's kind of behind the scenes. I kind of like to see it stay at 85. Is there a second? I'll second that motion then. Comments or questions from the public? Dave?
Again, in county council, this is a service contract. And we talked about this at our last meeting. The service contract with the dog pound from the city of Wabash is an example, is paid in quarterly payments. The one that you guys are gonna consider for 26 for the dog pound is in quarterly payments. So again, because of the constituents that I've spoken to, and I guess I'm gonna start out with a question. Are we handing them this money in January, or is this gonna be quarterly payments? Cause it doesn't say in the contract.
I don't know.
Are we talking animal shelter or are we talking?
We're talking about Grow Wabash County. I'm just using the example, are we gonna treat all the service contracts the same? Do you know?
I don't think we are now.
Huh?
There's twice a year.
January, or twice a year. So, and the other point of contention for me, and it has all these descriptions up here at the top of the contract about grant writing and administrative assistance, but yet in Exhibit A, it says that there's an additional fee for that. It doesn't say additional fee approved by the commissioners, and it doesn't say what the fee is.
I think last week,
We already
Neil
answered
said that
this.
she would,
She's not charged us, that she was gonna remove it, and she hasn't charged us for that.
Okay, but has it been removed from the contract?
Again,
we can make sure it is before we sign the contract.
Good enough,
If
thank
that's
you.
okay. And the other thing. I'm gonna be outweighed on this, but we did discuss the non-disclosure agreement that all three commissioners could be a part of that. I would like to see that. I feel like we are a team and we should know. I think that helps us work together, even with you, the Grove community, so that we know what's going on, what's coming at us.
Do you have any questions to Neil?
No.
Brian, just say, were you done to Neil?
No, I would just say there's a whistleblower policy, a confidentiality policy, and a code of ethics that I would ask that the commissioners read, sign, and then be able to see the report.
Okay, Brian,
Okay, I don't have any concern as how you vote, but I have a point of contention. Tyler serves on the board of Wabash County, and I feel that he should abstain from any decisions made.
I'd say that I think we'd all have to stay a lot, I mean, because we're on a lot of boards.
we serve, like I
So we
serve
wouldn't go
on,
vote on a bunch of things.
I serve on the planning commission, I mean,
That's a little different. This is an independent agent.
I don't think you should have to abstain.
I don't think so either, but.
Cheryl, I
The
can
time,
still have
the time that we need our attorney here.
You're not being financially compensated, nor is
No.
any member of your
Right.
family.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how Mark had explained it to me.
Cheryl, which way? I just have a question then, why did you abstain on the animal shelter
Because
road?
my daughter works there.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
okay,
She works every other weekend, so I
okay,
need to abstain from that.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Would
Sorry
you
for that.
use your microphone? It is getting harder to hear as you
Sorry
do
for
that.
not find out about the shelter.
Dave, you had a question?
No, just a statement, on the NDA, I guess I agree with Cheryl. And not to single you out, Commissioner Pinkham, with your travel, with your employment, I feel like the best compromise here is for all three commissioners to sign whatever documents are so that if you can't attend one of the other two, because this is so important. I feel like they should never have a meeting without a commissioner present.
Well, I always attend whether I'm going or not, because they have via Zoom, so
Okay.
I'm always there
Right,
regardless.
yeah, but if they're spending money, I don't think you can vote, can you, under the Zoom rules? Which, again, Mark's not here, but I just think for the public's concern, if everybody, if all three commissioners, that way you can share the information with
Yeah,
them.
no, as long as Neil's fine with it, I'm fine with it.
Okay,
Everybody
thank
a
you.
bit.
Other questions or comments? We have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed 3-0. Next, we have ordinance number 2025-85-20. Establishing registration and requirements, operational requirements for horse-drawn vehicles and trailers.
I think there's some questions.
Okay. Jed,
Sorry,
You're good, man.
Please state your name.
James Dirk. So on the ordinance, I believe it was developed because we have a settlement of Amish in the area. Okay, the Amish are protected in the state by the RFRA Act. Are you guys familiar with that? It's the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. So, and the Amish belief, steel wheels are worldly. Manure bags are worldly. The state will give them exemptions. So people like me that have 6 carts that train on the road, I have steel wheels, I have pneumatic wheels, and I have rubber. I also have sleighs and toboggans that we train on the road with. I'm gonna get hit for $700 when a UTV can pay $30 for 3 years, I believe. The fact that, do we even have anybody qualified to check chalks on hooves? Tyler, can you guys check them? And the fact that we're putting the cart before the horse. You're requiring these, you are acknowledging that you have a population of Amish in the area. And kind of, you've already said, selective, now I don't know if I'd call it selective enforcement if this is passed towards them. You've already acknowledged it. Are we gonna put hitching posts so they can come to your courthouse and pay your $100 fee? Because I'll tie it to a statute. I mean, it goes both ways. If you're gonna put these rules and regulations that they can get exempt from the state, we ought to have hitching posts where we can come to the courthouse and pay our $100 fee per car.
This is why we do a second reading, but not suspend it, so we can have questions answered such as this. If they arise.
And-
Really shouldn't have missed today.
I guess I mean, how are you gonna perform a traffic stop? I mean, you're gonna have reasonable, ridiculous suspicion. You gonna pull me over because you see rubber tires, steel tires? I mean, ultimately, this is a huge cost for me just to train my kids for 4-H, to teach them a simpler way of life. And yeah, it tears the roads up, but the council passed the law of tire tax. So you're getting, I mean, hell, I run 4 dump trucks. You're getting money out of me, you're getting money.
We won't get money out of the buggies though, for the wheel tax.
No,
That's what this is.
right, but you're getting $100 when a UTV can drive down the road.
They'll get charged for that wheel tax as well. That's not coming yet either, so I know you say $30 now, but what's it gonna be next year?
Are we gonna go after tractors too? Because they do a pretty good amount of damage on the road too.
Would agree with that.
So, I mean,
I think the biggest part of this ordinance is for safety for everybody concerned, plus the fact that there's a lot of people out that live in that area that are dealing with the manure on the roads.
Mhm.
That was the biggest concern with this. So I guess we need to continue down this road and continue to figure this out, but that's the reason. I mean, I've had people tell me that there are flashlights being used for headlights in these buggies.
Mhm.
So we're trying to figure out what we can do to protect them, and I don't want to hit a buggy.
I agree. I think the cart was put before the horse.
Well, that's the reason we're doing the second reading, like Tyler said, was,
Right.
you know, we didn't know that you were out there, but how many of yous are
I can
there?
think of 4 of us, and I do run pretty close with several Amish. Only because I have the horses I have, I need help with them. I just, I don't know, that's a pretty good cost for the cart.
Good information.
That, and,
Appreciate it.
I mean, do we have hitching posts here?
I don't think we do anywhere. Yeah,
Would that be a requirement if you pass this? Because they have to come here.
right.
I mean,
We do first reading.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
do
Shoot.
second.
Do you have to have like slow moving vehicle signs?
do.
I mean, are you
Yeah.
required or you do?
I don't, under the Religious Freedom Act, there's been several attempts to deal with this, but I don't know if I'm required to or not. I do. Only because I'm at a 15-mile-an-hour drive.
We need to.
The other thing, Jed, too, is that, we've used a lot of the other counties' ordinances to come up with our ordinance.
And the Amish ain't new to Wabash County.
No, they're not. There's been a group on further north. It's just, now we have 2 new groups coming in and they're,
But
and they're welcome to be here.
I just see, okay, they're gonna get away with it, but yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna have to come in here and pay because of that act. Unless I change my religion.
I would suggest we do first reading and then do second reading late at the next meeting, January.
January.
We could confer with Mark. I assume that Mark reviewed all that.
Yeah, he's
He's
reviewed
spent
it.
quite a bit of time.
Multiple times, but that means.
But we'll check with.
I was gonna say, I looked at several other counties' ordinances and I'm pretty sure it's just a copy and paste.
No,
We did
It's not.
update this.
It's not, it's a lot of,
it's,
it's been a lot of back and forth with our attorney about it, so. And we've changed several things, even what other counties have put in, so.
and there was a discussion last year with, Bishop and several of the people here in our community as of then. And they weren't opposed to, having rubber on their wheels to protect the roads. They just said they don't in their areas, other areas do, so it's just a variety of different things, so.
But now it all goes away if I use them for agriculture, right? So all I gotta do is carry a bag of feed around with me. I mean, I can run steel wheels then, I mean, there's ways around it, it's.
Always
I don't know.
there's ways around it, but is it the right way? I don't, it's kind of where your moral compass goes, if it's right or not.
My morals would sell.
Okay.
I would entertain a motion
Dave's
for
got
first
one
reading.
more question.
Okay, Dave,
Not a question, just a statement. I would like to see the commissioners, as you dig into this with Mark for your second reading. You know, I'm sitting here thinking about all of the headlines I've heard from Adams County. They seem to have a problem. They got 27 over there. We have 13, we have 15, you know. Nobody wants anybody to get hurt. I mean, when you have a vehicle buggy collision, the people in the buggy, their chances of survival are pretty low, so I would just encourage you to keep in mind safety aspects if you're not. So we don't wanna violate that act, but maybe slow moving vehicle signs, maybe a generator powered light off of the wagon wheel, something. So, you know, so that at dusk and at dawn, you know. You're never gonna stop all accidents, but I'd like to see some safety stuff in your proposed ordinance. Thank you.
I wanna make sure you note that, we've already had the first
I'm just saying,
reading.
this is the
Okay.
second reading.
Yeah,
This, but you guys made enough changes to it from that reading to this one. Maybe to note that this is the first reading on the revised.
Gotcha.
I would entertain a motion.
make that motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that this is the first reading on the revised ordinance. Any other question or comments before we vote? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed 3-0. Second reading will be on January 5th. And we will confer with
Mark about these things.
on these questions. Thank you. Next, on the department reports, county highway superintendent. He's probably out on
I would say
snow.
it's busy.
Need a bit of approval
What's that?
for the bid you received.
Oh, I'll make a motion to accept the bids we received, last meeting, yeah. For the county highway,
I'll
sorry.
second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor of accepting the bids that were presented last meeting for the county highway department, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed. County sheriff. We have a fair report. County attorney. County coordinator, HR director,
Nothing to report.
county auditor.
I don't get to say nothing. I did accounts payable claims and allowances for dockets ending 12/8 and 12/15 for your review and approval.
Make a motion to accept the accounts payable claims allowances for docket ending 12/8 and 12/15 of 2025.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed 3-0.
I have the payroll claims and allowances, including withholdings for your pay period ending 12/6 for your review and approval.
I'll make a motion to accept the payroll claims and allowances with withholdings for 12/6.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Then we approve the payroll claims and allowances, including withholding for pay period ending 12/6/25. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed 3-0. Second place. Mr. One, okay, that's what I was.
And annually, we have to renew our cyber insurance. And McGowan Insurance Group has been putting bids out for us to renew that. We're gonna have to get multi-factor authentication in place, and we're working on that with the Indiana Office of Technology and Intrasect to get that in line. But our new policy will be $13,309 for next year. And I just need you guys to approve it. We have a second quote from CFC for $23,000.
Who was the first quote from?
Type Toko Marine, TOKIO Marine.
It's 13,309.
Yes, 63.
63.
Make a motion to pass the new cyber insurance contract at 13,309.63.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed.
And it's our time of year to spend money, so I have the December lit distribution for $1,431. $431,323.78 for your review and approval. That goes to all the taxing units.
I'll make that motion for the December lit distribution of $1,431,323.78.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Do we approve the lid distribution to the other taxing units? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed.
The next one is the lit operating levy for $1,897,888.05. This will also go to the taxing units.
Make a motion to accept the operating levy at $1,897,888.05.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the lid operating levy at $1,897,888.05. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed.
And then I have settlement. This is where we settle out all the property tax we collect and all the excise tax for distribution. The number is $19,269,074.67 for your approval, and this is subject to DLGF's approval also.
What was that amount? So that's not what's on.
This says $19,269,074.67.
And then I have your minutes to sign.
Make a motion to set off December of $19,269,074.67.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same. Motion passed.
These are the events. These are the events.
Under old business, we got health department, new offices.
And we have some. Do we have the contracts for that? Did you happen to grab that one that he sent me?
Oh, I don't have the first two, I only got this one, I thought you had the other two.
No.
Just for a whole.
Yeah, for the door and then the
Yeah.
hallway, and then that's the third one.
Oh, this is the third one.
You wanna give it a short?
I can.
Update.
So we have, and I don't have that exact amount, but, council last year approved $750,000 to go towards the health department. We're refurbishing the old jail, I don't know, what about the upper west side third of the old jail? Renovations are going on now. It will provide a much nicer space for the health department, including some nice handicap accessibility for them. And hoping to have that done by, early spring. And at this moment, I believe, last week when we talked about it in council, we were over by about $39,000. We have money for that, though, that the commissioners will take out of, Shelley, which do we need to know that?
We're gonna take it out of the economic development fund.
Along with that, we decided to, add an additional room just to fill in that space well. And so there's a kind of a conference room out behind. Along with that, there's a hallway that needs to be finalized, and this is in that, 39,000 overage. I believe that hallway was approximately 29,000. You have that total? 'Cause that was on that other page. Approximately 29,000 to finish up that hallway, which makes that conference room ADA compliant with the exits and so forth. And so that was an additional, amount that we was putting, and then there is a storage area, that we decided to use and fill in, and there is a proposal for that, to finish off that ceiling in there and clean that room up at $5,710. So we have two different, additions that we're doing. Three. The one was already approved by council, though.
Yeah, but you have to
We got-
approve the contract, all
Okay.
three contracts,
Okay,
please.
so you happen to have that number?
I just say we're
Ju-
motion to
the-
approve the contracts through D&E for the
Okay,
change orders on the health department. The
That
reason we were over, just so there's a little bit of justification, we had another HVAC that went out on the roof, which
Yes.
cost us another 60 on top. Or I
Yep.
think we'd be under budget
Yep.
if that didn't happen. We're close.
we're good until
Maybe
then.
we can cut some other corners somewhere as well, but, they're doing a great job down there, stopped down there. Last week and
Yep.
looks great, so.
Gonna be a nice addition.
And the health department has contributed
They did.
Correct,
funds out of there
Right,
towards this project.
correct,
as a total of the 750,000,
yes.
so.
It's cheaper than the 1 point some million they wanted to charge us to tear down the old jail. So,
And we're utilizing the building we already have, so.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I don't,
I had a motion, yeah.
I'll second that,
been moved and seconded that we approve the
3 proposals.
3 proposals, the overage. Cover the overage. Questions or comments from the public? Dave?
Yes, thank you for the transparency there, Commissioner Dawes, on the health department. And I'd just like to comment that something pretty amazing happened last November. After decades, you know, the constituents in this county voted for change, and I think this is a great example personally of good fiscal responsibility, like Commissioner Nickam said. You know, $1.5 million to tear it down for less than that. Look at all the usable space that we're getting. And I would also like to add, there's still a lot more space in that building that can be utilized in the future for other, you know, other government entities, so kudos to you.
Or if somebody's looking for office space. Same.
They also just, if you didn't recognize, earlier in the year, they moved the drug testing, I don't know what you call that, but anyway, they moved that down there too, so there's been space provided for that, and it's out of the judicial center now.
Since you brought that up, did we ever get that doorway changed?
That's part of,
That's
that's
part of
part of
that.
the,
Okay,
Yep.
thank you,
so that was,
Since they're there, it's gonna be cheaper for
Oh,
them to
yeah.
be there.
yeah, so
absolutely.
we're getting all that done too at the same time, so. Thank you.
You ready? We need to vote. Lost.
Nope.
I don't know, okay, good vote.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, saying, motion passed. Are there any ADA or Title VI concerns that need to be addressed this morning? Let the record reflect that there were none. We have 2 review items up here. One's from IDM. They will be on the website, they will be up here if anybody.
I have a
And-
review item.
Second one is from Waypoint. That's a. I believe that's a women's housing. Kind of tells the history and what they're doing. Those will be up here if anybody wishes to review them. And the third one,
We got our 1782 notice approving our budget for the year of 2026. And we were $5 under max levy.
that'll be here. Commissioners would also like to thank the council and everybody in office heads that went in. $5 in the budget, that's almost unheard of. So thank you for your all your participation in that. Do we have to do anything else with the highway bids?
No, now we're just
Okay.
into the standards.
Any other business from the public that needs to be brought before the commissioners this morning?
Including you?
He's gonna bring it up. No. Just the bids.
Daniel's bids.
Oh, then, okay, we got bid opening for Daniel's Place.
Will that start in the spring?
Yep, that's the goal. Real quick, Commissioner,
Yeah.
Alex Downard from the Community Foundation on behalf of the Stellar Leadership Team, which is made up of Commissioner Dawes and the other city of Wabash towns and rural Wabash County. Today is, as we've gone through the Stellar process, right? The one project that the county is the recipient of or the owner of is the Daniels Place project. Daniels Place, Cheryl Working and Jeff from their team is here to answer any questions about the project, but is what's called the sub-recipient. Our kind of entire project team and potential contractor team is in the room. Melissa from Klein Peter Consulting is the certified grant administration team that's required, so she can answer any questions and has some things she has to go through. And then MKM Architecture and Design, Jordan over in the front, will help with the bid tabulation and all of those things. All that we ask today is that the commissioners take the bids under advisement to hopefully approve at the next commissioner meeting, pending a recommendation.
We're gonna pass around a sign sheet.
Sign and sheet coming around.
That's all.
Thank you for the contractors that submitted a bid, attended the pre-bid meeting, and have been patient today. We appreciate the time you guys put into that.
Need a motion to close the bids.
So moved.
Second.
Then moved and seconded that we close the bids on Daniel's Place. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those the same, motion passed.
Right.
Shall I, is it Commissioner Dawson, okay, if Jordan comes up there
Yes.
from MKM to help you, just make sure everything's got everything.
Well, I can take all the help I can get.
You're legal.
Everyone's on that street. Yeah.
Everybody possible.
Like,
Oh, it's public.
the grant funding going towards this project, it's part of the process that we have to have a sign-in sheet from everybody.
So the first one we have is, Hamilton Hunter Builders. And that one is for $2,717,000. Second one is R Yoder Construction. And that one is $3,118,000. The third one is. Oh, I'm gonna. McDougal. McDougal, Pierce Construction. $3,008,041. Well, that was exactly.
Gets finished with that.
Thanks, so. And the last one is from Michael Pender and Sons. And that one is for $3,101,000. Mhm.
Yep, and there are, 4 alternate costs that were identified in each bid that we will take under advisement. And, I will be notifying the suspected low bid after review of the documents to ensure completeness within the next probably 24 to 48 hours. As we will be submitting, approval letters to the grant funding organizations by Friday of this week.
Entertain the motion to take the bids under advisement.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded that we take the bids under advisement. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other business? Yes.
Could we get Alex or Cheryl, to kind of explain to the people that might be watching from home or are here and don't know what Daniel's Place is and what this is gonna be?
Yeah, I'll let Cheryl talk about Daniel's Place.
Yeah, that'd be the traffic.
My name's Cheryl Working, I'm the founder of Daniel's Place.
You want to come up to my, absolutely.
First of all, thank you to the commissioners for being the recipient of this OPID grant and making this possible. Daniel's Place is a respite care facility named for my son Daniel. My son Daniel will be 26 in a couple weeks and has pretty profound disabilities for anybody who's met him. He's 3 foot tall. He's got the mentality of about a 2-year-old. And so he requires 24/7 care. When his sister went to college, I realized that I was never even going to the grocery store by myself. Daniel was going everywhere with me. My daughter went off to college, traveled out of country for college, and I wanted to see her. And there's really no place in northern Indiana that I felt comfortable leaving my son. There are great facilities, that do care, but many of them look like a hospital, smell like a nursing home. And for me to travel out of the country to enjoy myself, I, in my mom's heart, could not leave my son there. So I did find a place in Bernie, Indiana called Agape, and it was like taking him to his rich aunt's house, and he had a wonderful time. It was beautiful. And I came home and thought, we need something, we need more than one of these facilities in northern Indiana. And Wabash County is the perfect place for the next facility. So we opened in 2018 out of Zion Lutheran Church, and we are open today, 7 in the morning to 11 at night. And we will care for any family member who, be it your mom who's got Alzheimer's and can't stay home by herself. We have siblings who have been in car accidents with traumatic brain injuries to children, unfortunately born with disabilities. And I always joke that I wish that the recycling people hadn't taken the logo with the 2 arrows. Because we really have 2 purposes. We want to make sure that your loved one with a disability has someplace safe and inviting and inclusive to be. And at the same time, the caregivers are so comfortable that we are giving them great care that they can actually release and let go and go out and rejuvenate and come back to be better caregivers. So statistically, I just learned that 20% of people will find themselves being a caregiver at one point in time. So 20% of these people, the people in this room are going to be a caregiver with somebody with disabilities. And unfortunately are going to feel the weight of that 24/7 constant need. So we want to meet the families where they are. We don't take Medicaid, Medicare insurance, any of those. We're a self-pay organization. Because we don't want to be limited by some of that red tape. We want to be able to serve families as they have a need. So the generous grant from Oprah and your participation along with some other very generous funding are going to allow us to build a 6-bedroom house in North Manchester. Kind of where the old bowling alley where everybody seems to want it as a kid. We'll take that facility down. We'll build a 6-bedroom house, and then that will allow us to do overnight stays. We'll do overnight stays up to 2 weeks. So that families can actually then not just have a dinner, have a date night, but weekends away and those sorts of things. So we're excited to serve the community. We're excited to serve the community of caregivers that need us. And thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them as well. Okay.
Any other business that needs to be
Thank you.
conducted today? If not, I'm gonna take a motion for adjournment.
Make that motion.
Second. And moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.